folks, I'm Charlotte, the Gulf Coast Granny, and the baby chickens came today, and it was completely unexpected. I got an email from Ideal Poultry, which is where I got the chickens from, and they said that it was coming tomorrow. So I thought, okay, well, I'll just get ready, and I got things together, and we went and bought chick feed and all that stuff, and you can tell they're trying to outsqueak me. But the first thing I'm going to do, I filled this old sock up with rice, and I microwaved it for about a minute, so it's really, really warm, and I'm going to put it in here so that they don't get too cold. It's kind of dangerous when they get cold, so we don't want that to happen. And they'll probably just see they're getting right on top of it because it's warm and it feels like their mommy. Just a sec.
Hey.
Hey, DJ. Let me,
Sorry.
I'm going to change this layout just a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Layout. What I'll probably do here is this. Does that look okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So anyhow, I got the hot rice stock in there. And the second thing I'm going to do is give them some water. And this is clean water from the jug. It's not distilled, but it's purified drinking water. And this here is a product called NutriDrench. And it is loaded with vitamins. And since they've been in the mail for 2 days, well, day and a half, they left yesterday morning from Texas and they got here about an hour ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is crazy, isn't it? But this will help them get a little bit of a boost and a good start. Now, they're very, very healthy looking.
Yeah, they will.
I unboxed them just for a minute. I haven't really gotten a chance to take a really good look at them yet. But I unboxed them because my grandson came with my daughter, and by goodness, he needed to see what was making all that noise in that box. So I thought, well, I cut the strap that was holding the lid on.
Yeah.
And I peeked in there and let him look just to make sure that when I came on stream to do it, we didn't have any fatalities in here, because that would have been a real bummer to open up a box and have a casualty, you know?
Yeah, and was there any?
No, they're all healthy and alive and well. So I turned this up right, and this is their little waterer.
Nice.
I need to get marbles for it. I'll have Poppy come get them, but look at this sweet baby here. Look at that. Isn't he beautiful? Oh, look at the camera. Oh, no, don't do that.
Careful. No.
This is called a California white. And this is supposed to lay about 325 eggs a year. And it will be white when it grows up, and it might have a few black spots on it.
Nice.
And 2 of those, one there. Oh, let me dip your beak. See, here's how we do this. The red attracts the chickens to it when they're babies. Yeah. And you dip their little beak in so they can get, oh, you like that. Look at this. Dark. Yeah. Get some more. Oh, yummy. Hello, sweet thing. But I have to do that with each one of them so they kind of know where to go to get water.
Yeah.
So we'll do this one. Here you go, little guy. Girl. I ordered girls. Here's another one. Looks just the same as the other one that I picked up.
Nice.
All right. Be nice. All right, you got your water. Now let me get this other light colored one. This is a Buff Orpington, and it's going to be that beautiful buff color when it grows up all over. And these things get really, really big.
Nice.
Sometimes they weigh 8, 9, 10 pounds.
Cool.
And they're super fluffy. Even when they grow up, they look kind of fluffy. So here, get your beak in there and get some water. There you go. Oops, I'm not up to high enough. Get some more water. I know you feel like you're upside down. It's okay. Let's see if I can move over here to this side a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I know that those are the California Whites, and I know that this one's a Buff Orpington. There's a couple in here that I really don't know what they are.
Okay.
But I ordered 2 gray Australorps, and this is one of them. See how light pale gray the little feathers are? Well, they're not feathers yet. It's just really baby down. But that's going to be a completely gray chicken when it grows up.
Nice.
You can have some water too. Oh, yummy. As soon as I get finished dipping their beaks, I'm just going to go ahead and put the waterer in the box.
Okay.
This one here is just like the gray one, only it's going to be solid black when it grows up.
Nice.
And there's 2 of each. 2 black ones, 2 gray ones, 2 white ones, the little buff colored one. Okay, let me see. How do I separate y'all? Okay, I did you and I did you. Now this one looks like it might be one of the gray ones.
Yeah.
But it's a little darker. Of course, now I got 2 of them that were supposed to be called the rare breed mix. And hang on one sec. Let me make sure he gets enough water. There you go. And honestly, I don't know what they sent me. It was like they just chose it and threw it in there.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what they're going to be yet. I think one of them, this one in particular, this one's so pretty. She is brown.
Nice.
And looks really dark around its eyes. There you are. You're so handsome. I think this might be a brown leghorn. Like foghorn leghorn, only brown.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it might, but it's not a super rare chicken. So I'm not sure. It could be a Welsummer. It's also it looks kind of like a brown leghorn.
Yeah.
And I've had one of them before. Actually, I've had one of each before. And this one really looks like one of the 2 of those particular. Yeah. See how they're sitting up here on this rice sock now?
Yeah.
And they're not really off of. Now, they might push each other off. But they're not. It's because it's warm and they really crave that warmth. This one's another one. This is an Easter egger, I believe. Because I got 2 chickens that lay blue-green eggs.
Cool.
And I think he's just beautiful. Of course, I think they're all beautiful. Especially when they're little babies like this. Come here. There you go. There you go. Okay, let me make sure I get all of you. Now look at this one. This one looks like he has eyeliner on.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? I think this is an Easter egger too. I'm pretty sure. Which just means it lays different colored eggs. Most of the time an Easter egger lays a kind of a blue-green colored egg.
Yeah.
Once in a great while, you'll get one that lays kind of a light pinkish colored egg. It's really brown, but it's so pale that it looks pink.
Yeah.
And let's see, I got. Hey, why are you pecking my finger?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? I'm your friend. I'm where the food comes from. See? I'm going to do this a little bit at a time here. I got to make sure I get water for all of these dark colored ones that I can't really tell them apart yet.
Yeah.
Calm down. There you go. One more, one more, one more, one more. Not you. Not really you, but let's make sure. There. There. You're all done.
Alright.
Now I got that part done. Let's pull this out real quick. Hey, move. 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 Move, move, move. Are you under there? You are. There. See how they... See, they know what to do now. Did you see them?
Yep.
Dipping their beaks in there?
Yep.
Isn't that amazing that they learn it like boom, that quick?
Yeah, it is.
I am so tickled that these babies have gotten here today. I can't even tell you. It's crazy.
Yeah, but
I want to go outside here in a second, and I'm gonna take the food and get them in their brooder. I'll probably turn off. Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna remove them from the stream.
Okay.
Hey, I did it. Look at me. Look at me
Yeah.
technoing. And then I'm going to do this. There, that's better. So, I'll probably have to make 2 trips.
Yeah, quick question.
Do
How are you enjoying having the kids not at home right now?
Do you even have to ask that? Come on. That's insane that you even asked me that question. Okay, my camera work's not going to be real good here because I got my hands full.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
But yeah, it's been great. We took them to school this morning at about 7:30.
Yeah.
And I said, bye. And I was grinning the whole time. It was great. I took some video of them this morning getting ready for school.
Yeah.
Look, watch this. Here's your replacements. What do you think of that? Huh? Let me get this down so... Oh, I know what I can do. Maybe. Might be able to... Can you see the feed?
Yes. Yep.
You can't. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set that right there and pour this food in this container.
Yeah. You're good.
And then I'm going to run inside and get the water and the other stuff I need.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Is this the right one? Yeah, this is the right one. There's that. And then I just screw that onto the top. And set it up there. Now, I'll be right back, okay?
Okay. If anyone wants to know that I'm very good because hey Grubbers, I something notification and link so
And let there be light. There's their waterer.
Nice.
I'll just take them out one at a time. Can you see them?
Yeah.
And get my stinking hair out of the way. And if you watch them, once one of them figures out that this is food,
Yeah.
then they'll all start going over there to it.
No.
I don't know how that happens, but they follow each other and they learn from each other like that.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Where are you going? And I'm sure they can smell it, you know.
Yep.
Here, let's get you over here. You're running out. Uh-oh. Come back up here. There you go. If you can see, I've got it on this, let me see if I can do this right. I've got this on these concrete blocks.
Yeah.
To try to keep the mess down, and then they can go and run around and play throughout here.
Alright.
But look at them. They act like they don't know what to do. Say, I'm only a day old, Mommy. This one over here is just a beauty. Can you see him over there by himself?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking at comments. Hey, Gina.
Who's in? Hi, Gina. How are you? I'm kind of in the
Yeah.
dark right now because I'm underneath some trees.
Yeah, Gina and Columbus are in here.
I'm gonna shut this down and put the lid on because go back in the house because number one, it's blazing hot out here, and number two, I don't want a cat or some other neighborhood animal to get in there and damage the chickens. So I had to put the lid down on them. You know, it's so funny because it seems like every animal. Hey, Grumpus, how are you? No DOAs at all. Everybody survived and no casualties.
Yep.
Which is really nice because once in a while, you know, that happens.
Yeah.
And I was real happy when I opened that box and it was like all of them were chirping and they looked very, very healthy and very, very comfortable. I don't know what I just did there. I love the colors too, Gina.
Yep.
I didn't really pick them out for their colors. Sort of. I picked them out basically based on what I know they look like as adults and also my experiences with them in the past as far as how many eggs they lay every week and stuff. So, oh gosh, y'all, It is blazing hot out there. We had a little bit of a thunderstorm about 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
And all it did was create a steam bath. That's it. Oh, what breeds are they? I got 2 black Australorps, 2 blue Australorps, 2 Easter eggers, 2 California whites, which lay a white egg, 1 buff Orpington, and 2 mystery chicks. It's okay, Grumpus. I understand. And look, I'm so glad to see you here. I just want to let you know that before you run off back to work. I'm glad that you are feeling better. And we are going to be happy to see you come around this weekend.
Yeah.
He was apparently extremely sick. Extremely. So
All right.
I'm glad he's doing better, personally.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh, gosh. Y'all, it is so freaking hot. What is wrong with this weather? Oh, hell, now I just spilled vitamins all over the floor. That's just great. You know what? I'll clean it up later.
Okay.
Good grief. You got my drive-by like. And I'll see you this weekend, okay? Thank you, Rufus. Thank you. Oh, I think my daughter doesn't have band practice this week. It starts on Monday.
Yeah.
So we're going to be, all the busyness will start next week. I really thought it was going to start this week. But apparently, the band director, because they had 2 weeks of band camp, he's not nearly as concerned this time. And they actually have a practice on Saturday from 9 to noon.
Okay.
That'll be good to get her out of the house. Oh, but get this. My daughter, hang on, I'm going to clean my lens off here real quick.
All right.
My daughter, older daughter, the one that's grown and has 2 babies, she knows a lady who owns an ice cream shop, and the lady told my daughter that she would give Violet a job.
Oh, nice.
So I am tickled to death, even if it's only like 2 days a week. That's all I care about. I just want her to have a little bit of responsibility and a little bit of sense of how to take care of money before she leaves my house. Hi, Lisa. How are you? I'm sorry you missed the chickens.
Yeah.
But you can go back and watch the replay, and they'll be right in the beginning of it, okay?
Yep. Well.
Thanks for coming. God, y'all, it's hot. It's hot. Look, old ladies don't do hot very well at all.
No.
The older I get, the less I can stand to be hot. That's why I told Poppy that I wanted to have a summer house somewhere, even if we just have to get a motor home and rent a campground. And that way we can leave during the summer and come back when it cools off some. You know I'm not ever going to leave Mississippi because my grandbabies are here.
Yeah.
But I don't mind getting away from them for 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, guys. I don't know what made me decide to leave my hair down and then go outside and play in the yard.
Yeah, that was completely up to you.
That was a dumb thing for me to do. Don't ever let me do that again, DJ. You take care too, Lisa. I appreciate you showing up today. But yeah, these chickens are going to be miracle working chickens come spring. Now they won't lay eggs before spring because the shorter the days get, the less chickens will lay eggs. It's like a natural cycle for them. And even a lot of chickens will stop laying eggs once they have less than a certain amount of daylight hours per day. What a lot of people do is they'll hang like Christmas lights, the white kind, in a coop to encourage the chickens to lay more. But I don't really do that. I feel like nature gives them a rest and tells their bodies to shut down when the light is not enough. And they probably need that rest in order to produce the next season.
Probably. But let me ask you just because I'm curious. Does that wolf hang up the white Christmas lights to get them to lay more?
The lights get them to lay more, yes. Yes, it does work.
Okay, cool.
In fact, some people have enough light in their coops. And now they still have a periods of darkness. But what they'll do is they'll set like a timer to come on at 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
When, in the wintertime, it's really dark at 5 in the morning. Yeah. And then it gets dark at like 5 in the afternoon. So they'll leave a timer on till, say, 9 or 10 o'clock at night. Yeah. So between 10 and 5 in the morning, it's still dark. But chickens need about 12 hours of sunlight, some type of light, sometimes even more.
Okay.
And that's right. You don't want to stress them. And I think that having light on in their coop constantly does stress them. I really
Yeah.
believe that. So anyhow, I don't do it. I figure I can either do without the eggs or go buy a couple of 18 packs to last me the winter. Doesn't bother
Yeah.
me. But now
No.
I guess if I were super dependent on eggs from my chickens,
Yeah.
say I lived out in the middle of nowhere and it was an hour and a half to get to a store,
Mm,
I might research chickens that are more capable of laying in short days.
yeah.
That's probably what I would do.
All right.
And there are some out there. I just, I don't know which ones they are. Because,
Yeah.
people who live, well, what's interesting about living in the South? The
What?
days here are shorter than the days up north. And you
Oh.
think it would be the opposite, but
Yeah.
it has to do with the tilt of the earth.
Yeah.
Because, like is it, well, in Alaska, 6 months out of the year, it's almost daylight all year long.
Yeah.
And then another 6 months out of the year, it's dark
Yeah.
almost all day long. And I think it's that way down in Tasmania too. The further south you go toward the South Pole, it's
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
But that's always fascinated me. That as hot as we are here, and as bright as the sun is, that we don't
Yeah.
have longer days.
No. Yeah. That
It's
is.
probably a good thing, DJ. We'd cook if
Yeah.
we had longer days. We would
Uh.
cook.
Yeah. Yeah. We definitely would. Yeah.
Tell that to the people that still think the world is flat. I don't know any of those people, Gina.
Neil,
But my son might be one. And I say that in jest. I'm not serious. Yeah, I think that's an interesting concept to explain to a flat earther, don't you think?
yeah, and I think the concept of people taking them off a flat is a weird concept in itself because
Right.
you know, you know basically how different like there's a they couldn't explain how mountains will work or how the you know just how all of that would work if it was a flat off.
Right, right. Well, and not only that, but you get a telescope and you look up in the sky at night, and what do you see? You see spherical planets
Yep.
in the sky. Why would they be spherical and not the one that we live on?
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
you go out in a boat, you see the horizon and it's curved.
Yep.
It makes no sense to me. But you know what I think? I think a lot of people who believe these wackadoodle things that aren't based in any form of reality,
Yeah.
I think it's an attention seeking method. You know how, like, a little kid, it will do anything to get attention, even misbehave. And I think
Yeah.
that kind of thought in those people is similar.
Alright. Well, I mean, I don't want to say that it works, but it
Oh, but
So,
it does work. Because then
yeah,
they get to argue with every single person that has a thread of common sense,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know? And then they get the attention they want because they're causing the argument and they're getting a response. What
yep,
they need to do is run into somebody like me who refuses to argue.
yeah,
Because I don't do that, especially with somebody that I think isn't playing with a full deck.
alright,
You
so,
know? Now, once in
uh,
a while, me and Poppy do have a good knockdown drag out.
yeah, I was about to explain it.
I know you were. You were thinking, I bet she tears Poppy a new behind every now and then.
Yeah, like, I was just thinking, like, okay, then go into you and Poppy arguing.
Look, when you live with somebody for 20 years, that you've got to argue a little bit, or it's just not healthy. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, but yeah,
But yeah, he irritated me the other night with his noise making again. I told him next time he does something like that, I'm grounding him. He is not going to be able to live stream with me until he learns to be quiet and not say stupid things.
okay. I have to know, what did he do exactly?
He was dragging the chair. Okay, we have one of our chairs that the little thin pads underneath have fallen off of, so it makes
Yeah,
this atrocious noise because it's metal. So it makes this really loud screeching noise as you drag it across the floor. He knows
I
this. Instead of
I
picking the chair up, as soon as I hit live, he starts dragging the chair out of his way. And I'm like, really? Really? And then I don't know what else he did. It was something. It's always something.
yeah. Well, I could tell you that that's not just with a metal chair.
Gina
That's
almost made me spit my tea up my nose. She said, put him in the corner.
Gina.
I'm going to because he can't act right when I'm live streaming.
Nice.
And it's not that anybody tries to act any differently than we normally do, because
Yeah,
what you see is what you get around here.
yeah, yeah.
But I do like to have some sense of decorum.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know. Oh, I made a huge mess, y'all.
A
Okay,
lot.
it's a lot. And look, wait, let me see if I can. You hear that? That was it. That's the one. Okay. Look. It looks like an
What?
oil spill.
Yeah,
Yuck.
that's not good.
And I'm out of paper towels. It's all right. It'll come out in the wash, right?
You tell me, will it?
Sure it will. Shout takes everything out of the wash. Y'all, please don't look at my nasty kitchen back there. I've been on strike this week.
Really?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because my daughter thinks, hey, Carps Homestead, how are you? I'm sorry I missed you.
So what?
No, my daughter thinks that it's appropriate to ignore everything I tell her lately. And then use the excuse, I forgot. And that's not going to fly with this old lady. And I told her that. I said, you have responsibilities around here? Well, I had band camp. I said, that was 2 weeks ago. What's been your excuse that, in between? Carps Homestead, I just got the new chickens and I gave them some Nutri-Drench in their water. And unfortunately, when I sat down to the table after I took them outside, I knocked it with my elbow and it landed in the floor behind me. So I just left it there till I'm finished here and then I'll clean it up. But yeah, I made a mess. I made a really big mess. But this stuff is amazing. This stuff right here, I have seen this bring back a chick. Do you know what a wry neck is in a chick, a bird? It's when their neck kind of turns sideways and then it kind of flops over a little bit. And it's caused from a lack of some kind of nutrient. And I got one in my box one time when I ordered chickens. And I gave it some of this directly in its mouth for about 3 days straight. Yeah. And that chicken turned out to be one of the best chickens I ever had.
Nice.
I couldn't believe it. I've seen people use this stuff and bring them back from near death.
Okay.
And I love it. It gives them a great healthy start. And yeah, I think it'll come out in the wash too, Carp's Homestead. It's just vitamins, you know. And like I said, you know, if Shout don't get it out, it don't need to come out. It's just supposed to stay in there forever. I'll probably end up using an old towel to wipe it up. No. You know what? Poppy's got a roll of paper towels in his truck. I'll go steal those out of his truck when I'm done. So have you gotten into your new studio yet, DJ? Are you in it now?
No, I'm not.
I didn't think so. It's not blue.
No. We're almost there.
You're almost there?
Yeah. We have to paint and all that. And the rituals didn't just because I will not have a fan like over me. So and you know,
yeah, because sometimes my head wants to do this when the
I know, and
when I look at you and I see the fan it like pulls my eyes towards it and I do this.
Yeah, well, I mean, I totally did not expect you.
Hey, Barb's Country Home. I'm sorry, DJ. Keep talking.
I did not expect to be going live.
Well, I know. Yeah. So, but that's okay. Don't bother me none. I was just making fun of you a little bit.
But yeah, hopefully in the next couple of days, maybe next week or so.
I can't wait to see it. How are you doing this afternoon, Barb? I'm sorry, I already put all my chickens out in their new brooder. And they've got their light in there. Well, I'm not using a light this time. I'm using the ceramic heating element because I really believe that there's less of a chance of fire with one of those than with one of those bright red lights. And I've got it hanging from the ceiling this time instead of just clamped onto something. Yeah. So I really it's clamped and it's hanging from the ceiling. So I don't think I have any problem with it falling. One time you remember when we did the Christmas display, DJ?
Yeah.
Last year in the garden?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that year. It was the year that I did the tunnel for the tomatoes. And I put the heat lamp inside the tunnel so that they wouldn't freeze.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, the last night that they were out there, the stinking lamp fell. It shorted out the whole lampshade and the wiring got burned. It scared the daylights out of me when I got up and found that.
Yeah, and let me ask, because I definitely wasn't around for that. Did you lose those tomatoes or?
No, I didn't lose the tomatoes, but it almost caused a fire. You could see where down the mulch was a little bit burned.
Yeah.
So whatever happened, it must have been a quick thing, and it just got too hot and kind of scalded it like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Barb says I just have a bunch of chicken chaos going on over here, trying to separate roosters from the 15 chicks that I incubated. So I had to buy a new coop. Oh no. You know what's going to happen? You're going to end up having more and more and more, and you'll have 15 or 20 coops. See, I live in a neighborhood, and I just thought, let's see, how many chicks did I get? 11. I got 11 chicks from Ideal Poultry. And they're egg layers. They're not for freezer camp or anything. But they're going to replace my freeloading chickens that I've had for 3 years and hadn't laid but maybe 100 eggs between all of them. They were supposed to be production chickens called Sapphire Gem. It took them till they were 13 months old to even lay one egg. And I knew from the get-go that they were defective chickens when they didn't start laying when they were supposed to.
Yeah.
But I kept them, and I tried to give them 2 whole years to redeem themselves, and they did not. So I got their replacements out there, and I got some Australorp and some Easter eggers and some California whites and a Buff Orpington and 2 of their rare breed assortment that I have no idea what they are yet. I think one's either a Welsummer or a brown leghorn. I don't know how rare those are, to be honest with you, because they're really not. But your husband hid the incubator. That sounds like something my husband would do to me. She said, my husband hid the incubator, so no more hatching eggs over here. I have a total of 29 chickens, and that's enough. Yeah, that is a lot. That's unless you're using them to sell the eggs or something like that, and you really have a lot of customers. 29 is plenty.
Yeah.
I know, Gina. I can't believe it either, but I did. I started treating them with some. It's a cycline type antibiotic. I just treated the whole flock. I still haven't been able to eat any eggs from it because I'm gonna give it about 14 days from the last day of their treatment before I eat any of those eggs. I don't want no antibiotics in my eggs, and plus my daughter's allergic to penicillin derivatives.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that would do to her if she got a hold of one of those eggs. But anyhow, what was I going to say? I've gotten one more egg that looked a little, it wasn't pointy on the end like the last one, but it had a little bit of a hump. And then when I got that one, I haven't gotten any more weird eggs since. So I'm thinking that they might have had some kind of, that particular chicken might have had some kind of infection or something.
Yeah.
And the antibiotic fixed her up.
Alright.
I just want hens, no roosters. I have to tell Lisa, I don't blame you for that. I've had roosters before, but just in my banny hens. But I don't have my banny hens anymore.
Yeah.
And honestly, I had little Serama chickens too, and I had roosters with those, but only one. But yeah, I don't care. I'll tell you what I think about roosters. They do a great job if you've got free-ranging chickens and you need them to protect the hens from hawks or predators, because those roosters will definitely throw down for those ladies. However, if you're a backyard chickener like I am, I don't need a rooster. I've got cats. And my chickens do not free range the backyard without, number one, supervision, and number two, they have a area that is fenced off just for them, and so they don't get to go wherever they want to.
Yeah. Hey, Charlotte.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have it's been great talking to you.
You too, DJ. I'll see you soon. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Thanks for coming. They are fighters, hens. They do. They will really fight to protect the hens. Yeah. Yeah. And I love that about them, especially in an environment where it's needed. But in my little old backyard, I don't need anything like that. And my chickens are pretty well protected. Um, would it be unheard of if a hawk flew down and grabbed one? Or no, but it hasn't happened yet, and I've been here 3 years. So I'm knock on wood. I hope I continue to have such good luck. But yeah, I'm so happy that they got here, and I'm happy that they're growing now. And come spring, I can find a new home for the freeloaders. I'm not going to butcher them or anything like that. And I'm going to warn whoever gets them, you know, they don't lay very well, but you will get a few eggs a week. And that's true. I mean, they will. There's 6 hens out there, and I usually get 2 to 3 eggs a day. But that's just not enough around here because these people eat. They eat a lot. I've got a teenage boy who's, well, he'll be 14 in December. Look, you ain't going to believe this, but this summer, that boy ate every 2 hours all summer long. I would be out here cleaning up the kitchen at 2 or 3 in the morning because I have insomnia and I can't sleep very well. And that boy would come in the kitchen. Mama, would you make me some eggs and ham? Mama, would you make me some pancakes? And I'm like, you know what? If you're going to be a night owl and you're going to stay up all night eating, you need to learn to cook. Because you don't have a maid and you don't have a chef. So he did learn to cook a few things, and that made me happy because I don't have to do it anymore. Not in the middle of the night. I mean, I do my job during the day. But come 10 o'clock at night, it's time for me to be able to not have to do those kinds of things until morning. And that's what I told him. So who knows? He's growing like a weed, though. He grew, probably since Christmas, he's grown over 5 inches. And he's put on almost 20 pounds, which is a miracle because we never really thought he was going to grow very much more. But he's, even at, I'll give you a for instance. When he was 8 years old, he was wearing a size 6 slim jeans. And I had to buy super skinny jeans just so they wouldn't fall off of his little behind. Last year, I bought him 10 slim jeans. He was 12. This summer, when we were school clothes shopping, they just started school today. I ended up buying my 13-year-old boy size 14 slim pants. So he's kind of caught up. And if anybody understands clothes for kids, you understand what I'm talking about. He's wearing the clothes his age is supposed to wear. Of course, I know when he hits, he might not be like every normal boy because he's small and petite. But I know when they turn around 15, they just shoot right up, and sometimes they'll be 6 feet tall. My sons don't have a snowball's chance in hell of being 6 feet tall. I'm 5 feet tall, and my husband's 5'9", and we don't have any giants in our family. So I don't think that'll happen. But I would really like it if he could get at least up to 5'9" or 5'10". But I don't care. I got a son. Look here, my oldest son. If he's 5'6", it's a miracle. I don't even think he's that tall. He says he is, but I don't think so. You were showing a bottle of, oh, it's called Nutri-Drench. And it's just a vitamin supplement. And what I do is I use this in their water as soon as I get them here. And it really helps to boost them. And, you know, because they've been in that box for so long. Honestly, I think the chickens were sent out yesterday morning and they got here today. But for some folks, it takes a little bit longer. And they haven't had anything to eat. They haven't had anything to drink. And I just think this does them a world of good. And I have seen this fix the wry neck on the chicken. And I've also seen it bring some chickens back from near death from being too cold. And of course, I don't know if it was the lamp that did it, but I would give them this and put them under a heat lamp in the bathtub, and they would come back. So, you know, I like this stuff. I really do. And I get it at Tractor Supply, so it's not hard to find. Any farm store should carry it. Now, mind you, I did say it brought them back from near death, not from dead. Only a good Lord can do that. You know what, Barbs? I used to love tall men. In fact, my first husband was 6'2". And that's the daddy of the son of mine that's only 5'6". It's so funny. When he was a little boy, he'd come home crying because people would make fun of him, because he was so little all the time, and kids are mean. And I'd tell him, don't you worry about it, because one of these days you're going to be just as big as your daddy, and people won't bother you no more. And he called me a few years back. He said, you remember when you used to tell me that I was going to grow up and be as big as my daddy? I said, yeah. He said, you lied to me. I said, well, honey, I wasn't trying to lie to you. I really thought that was going to happen. But it didn't. And in fact, my daughter from that marriage she's maybe 5'4". 5'4". Yeah, it's good stuff, Barbs. It really is. It's good stuff. But y'all, I have almost been on this live stream for an hour. And I got to start getting ready for my kids to come home from school, because it won't be but another 30 minutes or so. And they're going to want something to eat. They are. So anyhow, thank all of you for coming in and chatting with me this afternoon. I don't usually do afternoon live streams. I usually do them late at night on Fridays, because that's when the house is quiet, unless Poppy shows up. But I'm going live tomorrow evening, probably around 9 o'clock, 9:30, somewhere in there. So if you'd like to come back and check it out, please do. I would really appreciate it. And I'm going to sign off now, and I will talk to everybody soon. Take care. Bye-bye.